Judah and Ephraim unite. Lovely Ephraimite woman acknowledges Judah and wants solidarity. First and foremost, I'm going to give all the honor, glory, and praises to the Most High Yahawah and His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, who in the word ignorantly called Jesus. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings to the one-third and to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. 4-minute video. I'm going to let her talk. I'm going to interject. We bring out some precepts and get right into it. I'm coming straight out the blocks like Usain Bolt. So pretty much this beautiful woman, she know we're Israelites. So-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans should know that. But she's going to speak on some topics about how we influence the world, how the world want to be us, and how, they don't want to tell us who we were before the slave ships and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just going to listen. You listen along with me, insert precepts, say a couple of things, get out of here. So let's get right into it, y'all. Black Salakia. There's no such thing as black Hebrew Israelites. She's just confirming that. I love it. I love this.
Americans and their relationship with Puerto Ricans. The other day I went to a barbecue. Hello, it's the Caribbean Queen, and today I want to talk about
Princess.
Black Americans and their relationship with Puerto Ricans. The other day I went to a barbecue that was hosted by South American people. They were very nice people, and I'm very grateful that they invited me. But they were playing a lot of Puerto Rican music. The majority of their music was Puerto Rican, and it made me think, because the Caribbean specifically, Caribbean Hispanics have always been looked at as the ghetto ones or the black ones or the uneducated ones who don't know how to speak Spanish compared to the other Hispanic communities.
All right. Understand this. Judah, the so-called Negroes, that's the head tribe of the Southern Kingdom. Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, they will be the head tribe of the Northern Kingdom. Northern Kingdom, which when people talk about the lost tribe, the 10 lost tribes of Israel, they've been here since 722 BC in history, y'all. They're also known as the Incas, the Aztecs, and the Mayans. The Taino and the Arawak Indians. Yeah, they're Israelites. They've been here for millenniums. So Christopher Columbus didn't discover shit. All right? Forgive me for speaking like that, but I'm being blood raw. So understand that what she was saying is that the other Spanish-speaking tribe let down on Ephraim because their Spanish is not as good as theirs, so to say. Prime example, I work with, where he from? He from Nicaragua. I work from a Nicaraguan. Forgive me for saying it that way. I think that's Asher. Forgive me, y'all. And I was playing some Julia H, some Nathaniel Gaino, some Peso Pluma. And he was like, no, that's bad Spanish. Yo, she just confirmed that. Like, you're from over there in like the Central America, South America. She from the Caribbean. Notice she called herself Caribbean Queen, but they look down on them and talk bad on them because they speak bad Spanish. It's like, you a freaking idiot for saying that, sir. Because what language did y'all speak prior to Spanish? Because a lot of the inland Latinos, like south of the border, they most of them are really like Roman Catholic, and they really look up to Esau. I mean, they got a whole fucking statue of Sergio Borgia down in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Right? But anyways, Ephraim, the head tribe of Northern Kingdom, and Ephraim, and Judah was the head tribe of the Southern Kingdom. All right? Let's get back into it.
Yet they will take the sound of these Caribbean people, and although I'm talking about Puerto Ricans, I'll even go ahead and include Cuba and Dominican Republic in this conversation, because
everybody down there in the Caribbean, everybody, whether you claim to be Jamaican, Virgin Island, Dominican, Cuban, Puerto Rican, Virgin Island, Haitian, all y'all Israelites, Trinidad, Tobago, all y'all Israelites. Only people out there in them waters that's not Israelites were people from Fiji and from Hawaii. But Dwayne The Rock Johnson's an Israelite because of his father. His father was an Israelite. You are whatever your father is. There's no such thing as mixed races. No. Anyhow, so
they make sure to take what they like, but leave what they don't like from our community. Similar to what they do with Black Americans. they take the AAVE and they take the aesthetic, but they'll leave the struggle. And then
I love what she just said. They'll take the aesthetic but leave the struggle. And this is gonna be straight blunt. You got children, man, they can't listen to this. Everybody want to be a nigga, but they don't want to be a nigga. She said they want the aesthetics, but not the struggle. Remember, y'all, when we first came here in America and all that, they called us monkeys, right? But then the same Edomite philosophers or people of educational purposes would say that all mankind evolved from primates. Call us black, dark, this and that, but they have tanning booths. They would sit out in the sun and create cancerous cells on their dermis just to get a nice tan like us. I don't know if you know anything about bodybuilding. A lot of bodybuilders, every bodybuilder damn near, but a lot of bodybuilders, they get copper tone sprayed on them because muscles look better with melanin. Right? Listen here. I listen to people play on Call of Duty all the time. These little Edomite boys be sounding like they 12 and 11. Nigga, go pick cotton, nigga. Who you think they learn that shit from? They ain't teaching that shit in school. They learn it from their people. Right? So keep that in mind, right? They'll wear the Jordans, they'll wear the jerseys, but as soon as you make them feel uneasy, they'll call you a nigger, they'll call you a spick. They'll do anything to try and get up under your skin. But nonetheless, they can imitate us, but they can't be us. Like Kendrick Lamar said, they're not like us. Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them. Yeah. For he is the former of all things. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahawah of hosts is his name. The Lord of hosts is his name. But whenever you see Lord of all capital letters, is Yahawah. Let's get it.
They'll act like they came up with it, like they created it. And in general, I just don't think people really give.
Notice that she said they act like they came up with it. They created it. Gerald McCoy, the real McCoy, dealing with the trains. That was Jake. You know, I was talking to my Uber driver today. Everything in America that keeps this shit functioning, I'm on one, man. I'm hyped. Yo, it's because of us. What kept Egypt up? Us. When we left, what happened? Okay, down the drain. Let's go.
And their flowers. Anybody who knows me knows that I really don't care for the American culture. I don't like what's promoted in it. But after speaking with people on TikTok from all over the world and seeing how Black Americans have influenced every group of people in this planet, it reminds me of in Deuteronomy when the Most High says that these things will be like a wonder. And it is.
Now, I went to Deuteronomy and I just typed in the word wonder, like 7 verses came up. But the closest one I can understand that came up to us being a wonder would be the curses. I'm going to read that one. But I'm also going to read another verse in Deuteronomy that's going to back her up on what she's saying about us in the world it being such a wonder to the people. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45 through 46. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So think about the slavery we went through. That's wonderful. I did a video earlier. Was it? No, it wasn't earlier this week. It was last week. About we are the baby kids. What did your homeboy say? What did the little baby say on there? We don't die, we multiply. Because what happened in ancient Egypt when they kept attacking us and beating us and oppressing us? We just multiplied more and more and more. Okay? Now, to back her up on how we are a wonder, Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 1 through 2. Ye are the children of the Lord your God. Who is that? Israel. And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are on the earth. Now, let's look up that word peculiar. In the blue letter, this is Strong's H5459. In the outline, the definition of that word peculiar, it says possession, property, value property. Strong's definition, wealth, jewel. It's something very precious, proper good, special. We are a special people to the Lord, and we are peculiar people to the people on earth. And the reason why I want to bring that word peculiar out, how you create a game, but we dominate it. You have individual by the name of Michael Jordan, Mayaka Allah Yardan. That's how you would say Michael Jordan's name in Hebrew, Mayaka Allah Yardan. Why the hell you think he was so magnificent? Remember, names have meaning. He had 2 Hebrew names, Michael Jordan. Let's name another great Michael, Michael Jackson. Let's name another great Michael, Michael Tyson, Mike Tyson. Let's name another great Michael that y'all don't know. He used to run track, Michael Johnson. What I'm saying is that we are peculiar people. We are a beautiful people that no one else on the earth can ever duplicate, just try to imitate. Well, let's get back to it.
It's a wonder. It is a wonder how a group of people who have been so oppressed, enslaved, kept down, can be so influential that everyone wants to be like them, including my people too. Because I would be a liar to sit up here and act like Black Americans have not completely influenced the Caribbean. The way that Puerto Ricans look and dress, that is from Black Americans. You have Japanese people making trap music.
Man, I got a fiance, man, but I'm telling you, girl, stop. Man, listen here. Sweetheart, you, if she don't have a man, YAHAWASHI, QADASH, listen, what do you mean? You are also an Israelite. You have a lot of influence too. Understand this though. Judah's the head tribe. The so-called Negroes are the head tribe. Why? That's the same tribe the Lord came out of. So of course our brother Ephraim will want to mingle and be around us. Straight up, man. My favorite cousin, he Boricua and black, so to say. His father Boricua. When I see him, I call him Tio. Hey Tio, it ain't Julio. Man, so freaking nice. Got a heart of gold, man. And you know how the Judahite woman is. Oh my God. But she had 2 kids from him though. No matter what you women say, man, stop it, man. You know exactly, man. But there was that bond, you know, Ephraim and Judah. So that we talking about back in the 80s, yo. Back in the 80s, this happened. You know what I'm saying? So we always had a bond. But anyhow, going back to what she was saying about how everybody want to be like Judah, and how you have trap music. You know, you got people in Japan that want to play our music. Sweetheart, understand. You know who's in the transatlantic slave trade. A lot of these foreigners that you see are confusion of faces, my love. They really are people. They ain't faking the phone. You know, this is Matthew chapter 5 verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his flavor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. We still got our salt. Like King David said, if it had not been for the Lord, if it had not been for Yahawah, what is that? Psalm 144, if I'm not mistaken. He said, that's a beautiful, if it had not been for Yahawah, what else can you say? That's it, right? You know? But let's get back into it, y'all. I'm enjoying this. This is lovely.
So that is a wonder. And that's why they are exploited in this country, because everybody knows that they are the trendsetters. And then you'll have African people trying to cling on to that. No, because the first chance they get, they literally remind us that we were slaves.
Say it again,
and I
sister.
never recall a time in history when Black Americans and Puerto Ricans were like this. Like there was
I love this woman.
Black Panthers that were Puerto Rican. And I just feel like, in a sense, we...
Okay, you heard what she said, right? About Black Panther being Puerto Rican and everything. About us being together. How you have Africans. Other people want to cleave on to what we got. But then when shit get hot, oh no, I'm Nigerian. No. All right, whatever. Even though a lot of Nigerians are Israelites. All the west coast of Africa. I mean, come on. Look at a map of Negro land. You will see Kingdom of Judah. down there where the kingdom of Benin is, or Benin is. Study to show yourself to be approved, people. The sister got more knowledge than most people that's probably in IUIC. I speak as a man, but let's go. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 30 through 34. Baby girl, we were, Miss Lady, I don't want to be rude. She may have somebody. I'm just excited, man. And hear a woman talk like this for 4 minutes and it's all truth. That excites me, man. In a spiritual way. That's just beautiful. I love this, man. Oh my God. Anyhow, Jeremiah 50 and 33 to 34. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, that's the northern kingdom, Spanish-speaking tribes and Native American, and the children of Judah, so-called blacks like Jamaicans, Virgin Island, and Haitians. So I got carried away. Were oppressed together. The children of Israel, northern kingdom, and the children of Judah, southern kingdom, were oppressed together. Yes, my love, Miss Lady. We were in slavery together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And there's a story with Marcus Garvey that proved that they didn't want to let us go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts, Yahawah of hosts, is his name. Oh, I love this verse. He shall thoroughly plead their cause that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. That kills that whole, let's talk about old Babylon. No. It said Judah and Israel was oppressed together. Only time we was oppressed together like that was in ancient Egypt and up until 1490, and from 1492 up until now, indigestion, right? But understand though, Jeremiah 2 and 14, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Because we under curses, y'all. All right, let's let her talk a little bit more.
It's the same things when it comes to our culture. So the way that other black countries look at black Americans is the way a lot of Hispanic countries look at Puerto Rico. And I understand that black Americans and Puerto Ricans have the powerhouse of America backing them, and that might be why they are able to influence such a large, basically the whole world, because I think the number one artist right now is a Puerto Rican man. And I want to say that if you don't know,
I don't know if she's talking about Bad Bunny or whatever, but okay.
The black Americans here are from the tribe of Judah, and some of them are from the tribe of Gad. Those who have names.
I understand people like to say, there's black Brazilian, there's black Ephraimite. No. You have Judahites that have a lot of melanin, Ephraimites that have a lot of melanin, and you also have Brazilians that have a lot of melanin. My cousin, his father is like a butterscotch tan. His mother is like Hershey chocolate complexion. But him and his sister, they come out like not yellow. I don't hate to say that, but I gotta say so you can understand what I'm saying. Like a few shades lighter than freaking truffle. You know what I'm saying? Butterscotch, like lighter than that. But guess what they have? Both of them got them chinky eyes. Whenever you mix Southern Kingdom with Northern Kingdom, they get them chinky eyes. My mother, she's Cherokee. Her father's Cherokee. My mama said, when you were born, my mama thought I had a Chinese baby. And she laughed. Because I do have chinky eyes. And I guess a lot of women like my eyes, but whatever. The fact of the matter is that I noticed that whenever Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom mix together, beautiful. Well, I'm just saying that. That's what forget that. You know what I mean. So let's get back to it.
Native in them. So we are literally the people of the book. And I would like to get to a point where I see black Americans and Puerto Ricans come back together, because I do feel like, in a sense,
sweetheart, we all come back together. Baruch 2 and 29 through 33. If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. And you mentioned it, sweetie. We was in a transatlantic slave trade. Hold on. You do mention it. I don't know if you mentioned it already. I'm a little excited, y'all. Forgive me. I'm on one, man. We almost out of here, man. Man, listen, when the Lord open up a woman's eyes like this, hold on, let me fall back. Because from experience and from what the elder said, man, the worst kind of woman that you can deal with while you in this truth is a woman that know who she is in this truth. They some of the worst. But nonetheless, though, it still excites me to know that women are waking up. I mean, the Lord is really working overtime. So Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that, this is from the Apocrypha, which is a part of the 1611 King James Version Bible. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart, a mind, and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, YAHAWASHI, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And we acknowledged it. The first formality of coming into this truth is admitting you're wrong. Because that right there is the first formality of being humble. Admitting and accepting. Yeah, we went off. But like she said, she wish we can come together. You know what? This already proven it. Because you can't be excited, my love. Isaiah 11:13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. I say it all the time. My favorite cousin, man, he an Ephraimite. I love that dude, man. Ephraim, listen here. Yes, Ephraim is a silly freaking dove, man, but has the heart of a warrior. Man, the Lord is beautiful how he made us. Like, how you so fucking goofy, man, but you could run through a troop. Like, bro, you need to calm down. Oh, yeah, remind you, he only 5'7", though, like Wayne, but, man, he had the most beautiful women in the world. You talking about having good genetics with a charisma, too? With long-ass hair, which we don't condone here, but you know what I mean. He had dreads and shit. Come on. Anyhow.
A lot of whitewashing is going on in my community.
Facts.
Which is taking away the essence of what it is to be Puerto Rican. And I feel like the same thing has happened in the black community. And because, like I said, they've been so exploited, it's going to lose its essence.
She said that she felt like there's been a lot of whitewashing. Another word for whitewashing is called iconoclasm. ICONOCLASM. Pretty much what happened was when Esau came up out of the caves in Caucasus Mountains, they started going to all these Russian cathedrals and all these other religious sects, and there was all kind of depictions of the disciples, the apostles, Mary Magdalene, and Yahawashi, who in the world they called Jesus, with depictions of dark-skinned people. Y'all know I ain't lying. They were so mad they found out they knocked the nose off the speech, y'all. Like, we ain't even African. We ain't even Hamites. We Ephraimites. You from the seed of SHAM. I mean, come on. Let's be honest, though. Did not Vladimir Putin open up the vaults and showed you the pictures of the people in the Bible and they were melanated? But y'all still act like we crazy. The president, the ruler, the monarch of Russia shows you all the people in the Bible are melanated people. I didn't say black. I said melanated. Because the Israelites are the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And y'all still act like we crazy? Nah, you just don't want to accept the truth. That's why they say ignorance is bliss. Anyhow, Lego. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who are the judges? Isaiah, Micah, Nahum, John, Luke, Mark, Baruch. Yeah, those are the judges. We are the judges too. It says you cover the faces. That's written in the scriptures. The Lord knew what you was going to do. Right? Nonetheless, 2nd Ezra 6:28, like she said, all that's going to be exposed. She said a different word, I forgot though. As for faith, it shall flourish. mustard seed. Corruption shall be overcome. Yeah. And the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And what's the fruit of the elders' labor? More men being out on the highways and byways. Other Israelite groups have their say in it too, but elders that was out there before social media popped off. So I'm gonna give them their flower like this lovely Ephraimite woman want to give Judah respective tribe their flowers. But we all Israelites, sister. We all are Israelites. Okay? Yo estudio español de noche. I study Spanish at night because I love my people. You know? But let me close out after she speak her beautiful, wonderful words. There you go.
On top of the fact that the colorism and racism that's promoted within the black community. So I just want to take this moment to give black Americans their flowers and let them know that they are the biggest influence on the face of the planet.
Sweetheart, you give you your flowers for being an acknowledgeable woman, but I have to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High for enlightening you.
And it's because they are chosen by the Most High God. And we should all turn back to Him and keep His law, statutes, and commandments and go back to the culture which we came from. Because unlike what they tell you in school, you did not just pop up out of nowhere in the 1600s with no history, no religion, no language. We, the African diaspora that came in...
We. She said we. The African diaspora. She said we. Of the African diaspora. Esau, a woman can get this. Y'all can't? Nonetheless, let's keep going a little bit.
Transatlantic slave trade, we were somebody. And even though we're still at the bottom of the totem pole in society, in all of these countries, we're still chosen by the Most High. So let's use our influence.
Let me go back a little bit.
Slave trade, we were you in school. You did not just pop up out of nowhere in the 1600s with no history, no religion, no language. We, the African diaspora that came in that transatlantic slave trade,
we didn't just pop up out of nowhere with no history, no language, like she said. That's what I love. Our people, man, so stuck on black culture. Black is not a culture. It's an amalgamation of what we had left after slavery. That's what I had to tell the Uber driver. I was like, we're the only people on earth that went through hardcore bondage, but we never had therapy after. I'm like, was you in slavery? No, I wasn't in slavery, but I am a byproduct of it. It ain't no better. So I was breaking bread. It was a very, very, very strong, beautiful conversation. But nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, the Lord used Esau to make us discontinue from our heritage as a part of the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. So this is Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger which shall burn forever. So there was a time we were going to forget who we were. Then there was a time we were going to remember who we were. And I'm going to close out with this one. Because the world don't know who we are. That's the point.
We were somebody. And even though we're still at the bottom of the totem pole in society, in all of these countries, we're still chosen by the Most High.
That's it. We still chosen by the Most High. So I'm going to close out. 1 John 3 and 1 through 3. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. That's what Israel basically means, broken down, son of God. And then you got these freaking unconscious fools from over there. Some Israel means Isis, Ra, and El. Shut the hell up. It is. 1 John 3 and 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, like she said. They don't teach us who we are in school, right? Okay. Therefore, the world knoweth us not because it knew him not. Now, let me let you know what's going on. These everyday Tom and Dick and Harry and Susans and Carls, they don't know who we are. The upper echelon of all these, oh yeah, they know who we are. They know who we are. Yeah, they know who we are. I ain't gonna lie, it's like I'm a little tipsy. I'm excited, man. 1 John 3:2. Beloved, now are we the sons of God. And remember, it says, give strong drink to him who's ready to perish. Man, I'm ready to go home, man. I'm tired of this shit. Let's go, man. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, YAHAWASHI, we shall be like him. And Isaiah 47:3 says, I shall meet thee, but I shall not meet thee as a man. That's angelic, right? Spiritual. For we shall see him as he is. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself even as he is pure. That's it, man. It's beautiful, lovely, wonderful Ephraimite sister. Going back to the title, Judah and Ephraim unite. Lovely Ephraimite woman acknowledges Judah and wants solidarity. Yeah, I put it as a type. But nonetheless, though, all of Israel, I want all of us to come back together. It's only going to happen, though, when the Lord brings us back into the kingdom. Like I say, I love my people, but I hate their ways. So with that being said, I truly pray y'all was edifying, fed, stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it, ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. Allah, Shalom. They're not like us.